Ethiopia and Greece have agreements to cooperate in maritime and air transport sectors. Here in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian State Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Aklilu Haile-Michael and his Greece counterpart have inked maritime accord on Tuesday. So far, the two countries agreed in expanding their culture, tourism, business and other multilateral cooperations. Shefa Rolako brings us full account of the agreement. Let's take a look.
Ethiopia and Greece have had long-standing friendly relations. The first Greek mission to Ethiopia dates back to 1917 with the establishment of the Greek consulate, which became Greek embassy in 1935. They also celebrated their century of diplomatic friendship last year. Since then, the two nations have made various agreements in culture, education, economy and urban development. Set to uplift this to even higher, a delegation led by Greek Foreign Affairs Alternate Minister George Katerglos paid state visit to Ethiopia and conferred with the Ethiopian Foreign Affairs State Minister on various matters.
I say that with many countries we have historic ties. With Ethiopia we have prehistoric ties. And even regarding the diplomatic relations, we have celebrated recently the 1 century, the 100 years of this type of close ties. But we want to build more on that. We want to develop our political understanding and our economic ties. I am the second minister from Greece visiting Ethiopia in the last 2 years. So, with His Excellency, we have discussed about everything from economic cooperation to cultural one, how we can make the ties between our peoples even better and stronger.
The visit witnessed an agreement meant to beef up multifaceted cooperation featuring maritime collaboration between the two friendly nations.
We have discussed about everything from economic cooperation to cultural one, how we can make the ties between our peoples even better and stronger. And we have signed also an agreement regarding maritime transports, give the possibilities to Ethiopian sailors to work on the Greek fleet, merchant fleet, which, as you know, is the biggest of the world. And more importantly, we have discussed that we must continue working on making our relations better.
Ethiopia trains seafarers under the Maritime Authority, and this agreement will give us opportunity, actually job opportunity for graduates of the trainees for the training center of the maritime to navigate vessels of Greece. That's very important. It's important not only in terms of increasing employment opportunities, but in terms of enhancing the quality of the training that we are offering to people that have maritime career.
The two nations are also mulling over air connectivity, where Athens would be one of the destinations of the national flag carrier Ethiopian Airlines.
We have discussed very concrete things. For instance, we should envisage a treaty regarding aviation so as to restore the direct flights between Ethiopia and Greece, which used to exist, but now they would not have similar flights. And this is a precondition both for the economy and for the understanding of the peoples.
We also discussed the possibility of signing an aviation agreement in the future so that Athens can be one of the destinations of Ethiopian Airlines. That is also going to be brought to the attention of the Ethiopian Airlines and other relevant bodies as part of the plan for expanding of the destinations of Ethiopian Airlines.
Greece has been a major tourist destination and attraction in Europe since antiquity for its rich culture and history. This is reflected by its 18 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, along with its long coastline, many islands and beaches. As such, it is an important partner in contributing share toward building up Ethiopian tourism potential.
We also have indicated many other areas like tourism. The tourism contributes to about 18% of the GDP of Greece. So they have very good infrastructure, very good knowledge, and very good promotion skills. And we would like to take their experiences and create collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism and increase the flow of tourists to Ethiopia. We also discussed the possibility of signing an aviation agreement in the future so that Athens can be one of the destinations of Ethiopian Airlines. That is also going to be brought to the attention of the Ethiopian Airlines and other relevant bodies as part of the plan for expanding of the destinations of Ethiopian Airlines.
In this regard, Greece is especially vital for the preservation of Ethiopians' heritage.
Our enterprises are very active in different fields, for instance, water sanitation. But I think there are other areas. We have discussed, for instance, about museum management, exactly because you have such a rich cultural heritage and such an unleashed potential regarding tourism that maybe we could be of help to you.
The two countries are also desirous to reinforce investment partnership.
Yesterday I had the honor to be in a meeting of the Chamber of Commerce of Addis Ababa, the Athenian Commerce of Chamber, and about 30 entrepreneurs, Greek entrepreneurs, who have come here to explore possibilities of cooperation, together, of course, with Greek entrepreneurs that are working here since many years. So I think that we have a lot of unleashed potential, both regarding the governmental relations and the relations between the private sectors of the two countries.
Ethiopia is ready to offer attractive incentives to Greek investors to venture into the country's lucrative businesses.
Well, we are very enthusiastic to have more investors. We have 23 projects running, which are in the areas of agriculture, construction, tourism, and hotel. And as you know, Ethiopia last year was one of the best destinations of foreign direct investment. And we also expect Greek investors to come here. Ethiopia has very good opportunities. As you know, it has a large domestic market because it's one of the largest countries in terms of population next to Nigeria, a huge amount of labor. We have very good international market opportunities. We have very cheap energy that we are producing from renewable resources. So, you know, all these opportunities are also attractive to potential Greek investors.
Greek Foreign Affairs Alternate Minister Professor George Katerglouas is due to visit other African countries as well. He began his visit from Ethiopia, believing that Ethiopia is the natural choice for the journey and for the general Afro-Greek relationship.
Welcome back. In our second item, we find IGAD and its partners. The Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD, has secured 42 million euros from European Union and Austrian Development Agency so as to further its peace and security programs. The financial assistance to IGAD is meant to improve early warning systems, boost conflict mediation efforts, and better resource its staff. European Union delegation to AU valued its partnership with IGAD. However, more can be done if the initiative could do much better with political commitment of member countries. For more of the issue, Keflaye Sababa has produced the following story. Daniel Kasam presents it in this way.
The Intergovernmental Authority on Development works for peace, prosperity, and regional integration among 8 East African countries. Member states Ethiopia, Uganda, Kenya, Sudan, and Djibouti, among others, contribute technical, governance, and financial support in order that IGAD achieve its goals. So far, IGAD registered various achievements, including in drought management activities in the region as well as conflict resolution. The regional bloc enjoys financial and technical support from international partners such as European Union, United States and other developed countries and humanitarian organizations. In the midst of this, IGAD secures 42 million euros from European Union and Austrian Development Agency. The finance is anticipated to further enhance its peace and security programs. In the meantime, IGAD is focused on South Sudan peace process and other development activities in the region. Appreciating long-standing partnership of parties signed, IGAD Executive Secretary assured finance to be used for intended cause.
To improve on our methodology of conflict early warning systems, how we can take it through different levels, how we can strengthen the information collection, how we can have the country focal points strengthened, the early warning units in the countries, how we can have policies and research around it, so that we use that early warning system as the means to strengthen some of the decisions that we make in peace building in our region. The other area of interest to us is mediation and what we call track 2 diplomacy. Here you know that IGAD is involved with a lot of mediation processes. Some of them have been concluded successfully and are working well. Others are ongoing. You know that we have had what's called the CPA, the Comprehensive Peace Agreement, when we had the South Sudan issue at the time. We have post-CPA issues that still require some attention. We have the South Sudan issue now going on, which is really key and one of the serious peace and security mediation process going on. We have bits and pieces of issues in Somalia that we are going to deal with. So all these issues and how we can build capacity and have prominent people who can take on to this and improve on the modality of mediation process is very important.
The finance also helps us to effectively combat terrorism threats in the region.
The crimes that are international in nature now, that has not been serious as they are now, as now 20 years ago. Things like terrorism, countering violent extremism, money laundering, human trafficking, cyber crimes, and many other issues which have not been an issue not long ago, but they're a serious issue now, and they have international crime nature and relationships. We are going to address those issues and see how we can work on them together with our member states, how we can link our intelligence systems, how we can link with our migration and migration-related function officials in our countries, and of course, lastly and not the least, the issue of capacity around all these things we have said.
The Secretary hopes the third leg of revitalization session to bring closure for protracted peace efforts in South Sudan.
The process is going on. The mediation process is going on. And I agree with you. It has been back and forth. I agree with you. 2 successive meetings have taken place. We are going to go to a third leg now. We are closing the gaps of disagreements, so to say. So we see light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm sure the South Sudanese know that this is hinged on their survival and of their people and of their country. And therefore, ours is just to support and ensure that we give them an environment conducive enough for them to discuss so that we can reach an agreement on how to proceed.
Head of European Union delegation to AU valued his partnership with IGAD. He says the initiative could do much better with political commitment of member countries.
Since the beginning, and we will continue, as you see, through this process to continue support, because we believe that IGAD can make a difference. IGAD as an institution can make the difference. The programs that are there are, I think, some of the most effective tools to try to facilitate or to promote peace and stability. Then, of course, is that you can you can produce information. You can set up early warning system that delivers better information that you can action on it more effectively. But the decision can only come from the countries, the governments, and so forth. So you need the two sides of that.
He affirmed European Union sustaining support for IGAD's effort of pacifying the region.
That we are providing a lot of the support will go into promote mediation, like making more effective, training mediators so their tool base is broader than what they have now, and they can be more effective in mediation, because we believe mediation is the way to go. Just like IGAD or just like the African Union that is putting more and more emphasis on the mediation effort. And then I expect also that there is a good collaboration and good exchange and cooperation between the member states of IGAD to make it effectively within IGAD and also possibly also with the African Union. As I said, we will continue also to have a conversation with the board of IGAD, and those are the member states, to ask them and to find out what else we can do to make IGAD a success. So, as I said, IGAD had its ups and downs, but we consider IGAD a very valuable organization to work with now.
Austrian Development Agency Managing Director, on the other hand, expressed trust IGAD to sustain its achievement.
We expect the money to be fully used to provide more security in the Horn of Africa. You know that there cannot be security without development, and there can be no development without security, to phrase former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan. We all have a great interest in the Horn of Africa region to stabilize that region and to provide better perspectives for its 200 million citizens.
The managing director says Austria aspires to further strengthen its relation with IGAD countries, and most importantly with people in the region.
The Austrian government and the Austrian Development Corporation have been a long-standing partner of IGAD, but more than that, a long-standing partner with the countries of the Horn of Africa region. We entertain offices in Uganda, we entertain offices here in Ethiopia. We have worked with the peoples for a great many years. We owe the peoples of the Horn of Africa regions a great many. We would like to help them improve their lives. We would like to provide them with more security for a better development, because that is how we would like to contribute to a better world in general.
Witnessing the progress it has made so far, governments, UN agencies and other actors are showing keenness to reinforce relations with IGAD and contribute for betterment of the region. IGAD is a key player in regional efforts such as integration of Somali refugees, durable peace in Somalia and South Sudan peace process. Not to mention, IGAD is also working on various fields of economy such as infrastructure, tourism, agriculture and health, thereby driving economic cooperation among member countries.
Well, dear viewers, that wraps up the program in this edition. Many thanks for joining us. Next week, we'll come to you on a new format of Close Up. Find us on the new channel, ATV Languages. Thank you.